Kenya, on the East African coast, is at the heart of Africa. It is known as the cradle of mankind. It is the home of the best teas and the highest quality coffee bean in the world. It has a rich cultural heritage. It has a vibrant, stable, and energetic economy. It boasts of the eighth wonder of the world. The majority of its population of over 47 million people is youthful, promising, and innovative. The Kenyan dream begins from the minute you touch down at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. This ultra-modern airport is Africa's hub, an ideal getaway into and out of East and Central Africa. There you begin to experience its warm, friendly people, the vibrant, positive atmosphere. Known as JKIA, this airport in Nairobi has been recently refurbished and boasts of 40 passenger airlines and 25 cargo airlines. It is the busiest airport in East Africa and the pace setter for other airports in the continent.
We are the hub. We are the hub of the region, both from the sea and from the air. We have done a lot of trade facilitation measures to improve the business environment. And there's a lot also we have done to attract investors. And right now, in terms of ease of doing business, Kenya is ranked higher.
Nairobi is the capital of Kenya and is one of the most cosmopolitan cities in Africa. Its name is derived from a Maasai word meaning cool waters. With a population of 4 million people, it's a place of great contrasts that complements its unique and exciting character. Its modernity, state-of-the-art skyline, improved technology, highly educated and trained manpower, and diverse, vibrant market have elevated Nairobi to become the best business hub of Africa. It hosts the headquarters of most international organizations and multinational companies, making it an ideal location because of its infrastructure and liberal markets. Government policies have encouraged business growth and a stable Nairobi economy. In Kenya, the small and medium enterprises is a popular informal sector known as Jua Kali. It employs over 80% and is seen by the government as a solution to the crippling unemployment, especially of youth, who number over 60% of the population. It is estimated that today, Kenya's informal sector constitutes to 98% of all businesses in the country, absorbs annually 50% of non-farm employment seekers. It has an employment growth rate of 12 to 15%, contributes 30% of total employment and 3% of GDP. Kenya has officially developed government policies that assist informal enterprises to graduate into the formal sector and become a major player in the creation of new jobs and economic growth. These policies include access to technical and managerial training, involvement in technological innovation, and the creation of a positive, enabling environment.
We've looked at line items at what is being imported. We saw a lot of machinery, which obviously we don't make machinery. A lot of it is metals and minerals. But we saw items like textiles. I mean, $900 million of textiles is what they're importing, and we're exporting textiles to the United States. But we're not even doing a single piece to Kazakhstan. So those are the areas that we would like to focus on, what we are good at and what we can have a slice of the pie. Basically grow a $45 million business.
Just less than 10 kilometers out of the capital city is the Nairobi National Park, 117 square kilometers of open plain grasslands with a backdrop of city skyscrapers. It hosts the endangered black rhino, also lions, leopards, cheetahs, buffaloes, giraffes, and more. Further southwest is the world-famous Masai Mara Game Reserve, one of the most popular tourism destinations in Kenya. It's the jewel of Kenya's wildlife, hosting the eighth wonder of the world. 1.7 million wildebeests in their annual migration across the Mara River. It has over 90 species of animals, including the Big Five, 400 varieties of birds. Nowhere in Africa is wildlife so abundant. Within Kenya alone, there are 40 national parks and wildlife reserves, adorned with some of the most exotic lodges, resorts, and game camps in the world. Kenya's second largest city, Mombasa Island, is surrounded to the north and to the south with clear, sandy beaches that are any tourist's joy of a seaside holiday. Its warm emerald green waters of the Indian Ocean are inviting. Whether it's any sea sport, sailing, kiting, surfing, or deep sea diving, or simply taking a boat ride, one can even join the local festival. Its natural wonders never stop thrilling. Lying on the deck of one of the luxury beach hotels, one can simply wish their troubles away while sipping on an exotic cocktail. Otherwise, one can enjoy breakfast in the wild or a cup of tea in a tea plantation. Further inland, one can go river rafting, bungee jumping, or mountain climbing. It's all a matter of choice for the thrill seekers in Kenya. Kenya's cultural heritage never ceases to amaze, excite, and get one carried away. Our Kenyan athletes train in the highlands west of Nairobi. These highlands were created to bring out the best stamina and endurance that would win medals, break records, and delight the world. Kenyan coffee is the fourth leading foreign exchange earner after tourism, tea, and horticulture. The Kenyan coffee brand is famous world over for its flavor and pleasant aroma due to the rich, fertile soils it's grown in the highlands. It is estimated that 160,000 hectares are under coffee. It is also estimated that 6 million Kenyans are employed directly or indirectly in the coffee industry. Tea is a major cash crop that is grown in Kenya. It is the leading foreign exchange earner and ranked first before China and India in tea production. Small-scale farmers produce 60% of the tea and are managed by the Kenya Tea Development Agency through 66 factories that serve 500,000 farmers.
This is part of the emerging markets for the country, and we are currently trading positively with Kazakhstan, for example, and Central Europe, meaning that Kenya exports a lot of our products like tea, coffee, and others to this region. It's a new region which composed of a market of about 70 million people, and we see this as an emerging market for Kenya.
The SGR Madaraka Express is a landmark project as envisioned in the blueprint of Kenya's Vision 2030. First phase linking Mombasa Port and Nairobi is set to transform both passenger travel and goods movement from the Port of Mombasa. The Port of Mombasa is the gateway to East and Central Africa. It is a state-of-the-art facility with direct connectivity to over 80 ports worldwide. With increasing demand, the Port of Mombasa has added new berths, dredged excess channels, and facilitated growth of enough terminal storage capacity. effectively handling a record total of 27.36 million tons, a growth of 2.5% over the previous 12 months. The SGR couldn't have been completed at a better time in accelerating movement of goods into the hinterland and decongesting road transport. 600 kilometers of tracks have been laid, 79 bridges constructed, 32 modern high-tech stations completed, and finally, the ICT communication installed and tested. 460 kilometers east of the capital is the Lamu Port South Sudan-Ethiopia Transport Project, otherwise known as LAPSET. It's aimed to cut down over-dependence on Kenya's main port of Mombasa, as well as open up Kenya's largely underdeveloped northern frontier through the creation of a second transport corridor. This project will open up northern Kenya as well as East Africa with the rest of West Africa. As part of this project is a crude oil pipeline that will link Lamu to Uganda and southern Sudan. The road network will mirror the pipeline but also include Ethiopia. The provision of extra airport facilities will strengthen the build-up of air transport and logistics along the corridor. 3 resort cities will be developed in Lamu, Isiolo, and Lokichogio on the shores of Lake Turkana and a public-private partnership. 700 kilometers north of Nairobi is the largest single private investment in Kenya's history. Sitting on 40,000 acres is the Lake Turkana wind power project that is impacting the lives of the rural community in Loyangalani district, Marsabit County. It's providing health facilities, education, water, jobs, and opening up accessibility through an all-weather road infrastructure. This location is one of the windiest in the country. On completion, the Lake Turkana Wind Project will successfully feature 365 wind turbines that will contribute 310 megawatts of power onto the national grid. The project will cost an estimated $680 million, and this includes the cost of 400 kilometers of transmission line from Lake Turkana to Suswa substation near Nairobi. The quest for cheaper natural sources of power is going full steam ahead in Kenya. In the Rift Valley around Lake Bogoria, the valley is dotted with natural hot springs and steam fields. Geoscientists estimate that approximately 10,000 megawatts are awaiting to be tapped. This source of power is cheaper, cleaner, and available all year round. It is unexploited and abundant in Kenya's Rift Valley. Olkaria 4 is a geothermal plant that was commissioned in 2016. It is able to generate 140 megawatts, which is only 17% of the power currently generated. At the cost of approximately $400 million per plant, the cost is prohibitive. To this end, KenGen has set up an industrial park of 1,200 acres next to the plant so as to allow industrialists to access this cheaper source of energy. This natural resource is one way of injecting a new lease of life to the sustainability of our country. The Kenya floriculture industry earns Kenya $700 million. This makes up 70% of earnings from horticultural exports. Kenya is the lead exporter of over 9 varieties of rose flowers to the EU, Australia, and the USA. Indeed, over Valentine's Day alone, more than 5.2 million stems of red roses had been exported. This sector employs 100,000 people, impacting the lives of over 600,000 by injecting an excess of $20,000 into their livelihoods. 64 kilometers south of Nairobi is the plains of Makueni County. The government of Kenya is planning a technological hub, Konza Technology City, dubbed where African Silicon Valley begins. It's a key driver of Kenya's development plan, Vision 2030. Konza City is a world-class technology hub designed as a smart city to feature a regional innovation hub, a high-quality technology university, smart schools, research labs, recreational facilities, hotels and convention centers, smart traffic, smart parking, smart governance, and world-class infrastructure. Konza City is designed to provide a good innovation ecosystem to educate new and exciting tech entrepreneurs entering Africa to consider setting up here. This will create an innovation ecosystem with a global impact.
Consider Kenya as choices number one. I have said right now East Africa community is one of the most advanced regional economic groupings. We have gone through a customs union. We are now operationalizing a common market. We are even thinking of a monetary union. And apart from that also, we have now efforts to bring together Southern Africa Development Community, which is SADC, together with common market for Eastern and Southern Africa and East Africa together into one free trade area. That will create a block of 26 countries, we being a free trade area. And also at the continental level, we are making a lot of efforts to create one free trade area for Africa. And so the gateway to East Africa, the gateway to the 26 countries in SADC, EAC and COMESA, and to the rest of Africa is Kenya.